So hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I appreciate you tuning in. So in today's video I want to talk about American culture shock or cultural experiences, and this is just a fun light-hearted one. So I'm gonna start with my friend's story. So my friend told me this one story. So she had just come to America, and during that time cell phones were not very common. So she had a landline. So she had met this African American woman and they exchanged numbers, and when she got home after a few days she called her, and her name was Sheila. So she called Sheila, she dialed the number, and the conversation went something like this. So ring ring, someone on the other line answers, and my friend says, "Can I please talk to Sheila?" And the person that answers the phone says, "This is she." My friend is like, "What?" So she hangs up real quick and double checks the number. She's like, "Did I call the right number?" And she dials again and gets the same response. "May I please talk to Sheila?" Ring ring, "May I please talk to Sheila?" And the woman answers, "This is she." She hangs up and does the same thing. She did it about 3 to 4 times, and she got the same response, "This is she." She's like, "This is she?" So she's frustrated, she is doubtful. So she calls her sister. Her sister had been in the United States longer than she had been, and she tells her, "You know that girl that I told you about that I met, every time that I call her number, somebody answers on the other line saying, 'This is she.'" Oh my god, isn't that funny? She was hearing "this is she." I think sometimes Americans talk, when they put the T, it sounds like, when they're talking fast, it sounds like it's a D. So she was hearing "this is she, this is she." So isn't that funny? So sometimes when you experience cultural differences, it makes you, some things, very little things will make you feel a little stupid, but don't feel stupid. We live to learn. So another story I wanted to share was my own experience. So when I first came here, I'd watch television, and then they have a lot of advertising in US television marketing, and they are very convincing. So I'd get sucked into them. So one time, this marketing person, they were selling, I don't remember what it was, and he ended up by saying, "Call now, this is the number, and make sure to get 50% off. To get 50% off, make sure you tell them Bill sent you." I'm like, "What? Bill? I better write that down." So I wrote down Bill, and I wrote down the number, and then I called. So the salesperson that answered, I was like, the first thing I say when I called, I was like, "Bill sent me." Bill sent me. And you know, the salesperson who answered was so underwhelmed, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So all they cared was for my credit card number, and the prices of the goods and services they were selling were what they were. This was just advertising. So in America, marketing and advertising is very convincing. And they even have actresses and actors actually giving testimonials, like they use the product, and they're just paid. Actually, it's not, I don't think it's even true sometimes that they actually use those products, but they are trying to use that influence because they can act. So I would believe them myself. I'd believe them because they're so convincing. They're like, "I used to have pimples, but now they are gone." So they will show like before and after. And I'd believe them. So I think that's one cultural experience that I remember when I first came here. I used to get so sucked into them and believe them. I remember even telling a classmate that, "Oh my God, I saw this ad. It looks like you have she had acne." I was not self-aware. I even told her, "Oh my God, I saw this ad about this and this and this," and she just looked at me and said, "You know what? I don't remember what she said, but I used to be sucked into them." I think I remember another story about a Kenyan woman who went to a McDonald's and asked for a cheeseburger without cheese and Fanta. So she wanted a cheeseburger without cheese. When we were young, you would go to the store and ask for bread and soda, right? So I just have a feeling that's what she wanted. But what's a cheeseburger without cheese? Isn't that funny? I read of another story about a woman who was traveling for the first time, and in America, sometimes the walls are glass walls, very common, and they are very clear and clean. And you know what she said? It's like, "Oh my God, they were so clean, I didn't even notice." And I went almost, I thought it was an opening. So she bumped her head into it. And she came and told her friends about the story. And she says now that she's been here for so long, her friends make so much fun at her every time she tries to act like she knows it all. They remind her, "Remember, uliko mshago, ulienda through the glass," meaning your country. Mshago is a country person. Anyway, I just wanted to share those few experiences. This is a very broad topic, cultural experiences. This is an African perspective. I'll share more information in my future videos about culture shock and cultural experiences. Did you experience culture shocks? Have you heard funny stories? The thing about culture shock and cultural differences is you don't have to travel far. You don't have to travel outside the country to experience a culture shock. So please put in the comments below, share your experiences. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you again next time. Let the conversation begin. Thank you so much for coming along, and have a good day, good evening. I'll see you again next time. Bye.